And I think a lot of this comes from social media and Instagram going, oh, I'm suffering so much, but that's why I'm jacked. You don't have to suffer. Simon Miller, the board AL here. Thank you for joining me as always. And you've seen this title and your eyebrow has gone up. Now, this may be something that you've heard before. This may be something that you haven't heard before. But I've been going through a bunch of videos recently because blah, blah, boring. I hurt my hand a couple of months ago. Slowly, I'm hoping to be able to get back soon. So I was thinking to myself, well, what should I do? What should I not do? What should I do with my diet? Should I get a new training program? Should I get a PT, etc. Video on all of that soon. And I came across a bunch of articles about what is healthy food and what isn't healthy food, and it annoyed me. I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be completely honest with you. And I thought, man, if you are coming at health and fitness or bodybuilding or weightlifting or training, whatever it may be, from a brand new perspective, you're going to read this and you're going to take it as fact when it's not true. And what I mean by everything I'm saying is this. As soon as you go on a diet, the best thing you can do is cut out quote-unquote junk food, right? We use junk food because it's the term that people understand. But this is not bad food, right? That's the problem. So you'll go through an article that says how to lose weight and have a list of banned products. And it'll be like, don't eat pizza, don't eat burgers, don't eat chocolate bar, don't eat nachos, don't eat cheese. And I can imagine if you have what we'll call a unhealthy diet, right? We all know what an unhealthy diet is. You're going to see all this and you're going to be massively intimidated because you're going to be like, okay, all of a sudden I have to cut out all this food that I do enjoy. That's why we do it. That's why we get overweight, because we're having a great time and then it goes bad. And I'm going to have to bring in, I don't know, a salad or chicken, rice and broccoli or whatever it may be. You're probably going to think to yourself, one, I don't know if I want to do this because it doesn't sound enjoyable at all. And two, I don't really know where to start. Like, why does it have to be such a big shift? Why is it such a 180? And the point is, I actually said it then by accident. I was going to hold it off with a big reveal, but I don't know what I'm doing. That's the whole point. You can have an unhealthy diet, but there is no such thing as an unhealthy food, I suppose, is the best way to put it on there. It becomes unhealthy if you continue to stick it down your gullet no matter what's going on. You're not doing any kind of exercise. But I think a common forgotten practice of human beings when we decide we are going to get in shape is that all of a sudden we have to always become an alien. And that's not realistic and that's not going to help you at all. For example, you are going to have cravings. Like, you just are. There's no way that you are not going to have cravings no matter what you're doing. Even when you're eating bad food, you could be sat there eating a tub of ice cream and all of a sudden, oh man, I tell you what would be great, some cookies. Because that's what brains do. And you're like, man, are you not happy? How many times have you sit down to have a cheat meal, treat meal, whatever we want to call it, and you're halfway through and you're like, man, I've almost finished this, but I've got dessert. And then you start to get excited about dessert. It's because we're absolute sociopaths. But the thing is that you have to understand that you can control them. Of course you can, because ultimately just don't eat it. But that's going to put yourself through the ringer. And if you do that for too long a time, you're going to go nuts. It's why when you get any personal trainer worth their salt, unless you're going super duper hardcore for a bodybuilding competition, they will have a period where they will say, on this day, in the evening, in the morning, lunchtime, whatever it may be, you can eat whatever the flub you want, right? Just have 1,500 calories, 2,000 calories, whatever it may be. Go out there, eat some stuff that you want, and you can use that as a little bit of a focal point on a Wednesday or a Thursday. Let's say we're doing this on a Saturday and a Wednesday. You just want to put your face into a bunch of cheese. You know, well, I can do that on Saturday. On Saturday, my cheat meal will be shove my nose into a bunch of cheese. So what you have to do is you just have to make smart, responsible choices. That's it, right? And if you actually go out there and look and go among the good fitness YouTubers, they all talk about this, and I think it's so important that it does get out there. But I stumbled across the more general fitness websites we will go for. But yet, if you feel like you want to have something that you know you shouldn't have, we'll stick with cheese as we're already there. Go get some protein cheese, right? Go and get those light cheese slices that you can get. I mean, they taste fake as shit, but I actually think they're quite nice, and I think they give you that cheesy texture. You don't have to have a Coke when you can have a Diet Coke. You can have a pizza from a supermarket as opposed from a takeaway pizza like a Pizza Hut or a Domino's or a Papa John's or whatever it may be, because 9 times out of 10 those ones are going to have more calories in it. And also, when you break it down completely, you just need, if we're talking about losing weight here, muscle building is a little bit different, but if we are talking about losing weight here, you can have pizza all day long, right? Let's say you've sat down and you've worked out that your calorific intake for the day needs to be 2,237 calories. You can find a pizza that is 2,237 calories and you can eat it, and you can even break it up throughout the day. So you could have 6 meals of pizza if you wanted it to, as long as your calorie output is higher than that. And this is the problem. You can't expect your body just to be able to handle going from Mexican food, tacos and burritos and enchiladas, to, oh, here's a salad. chicken and some leaves in it, because you'd be like, this is crap. You're not going to want to do it, especially if you have a hard day at work or you go through a breakup, the traditional stereotypical, I'm going to eat a bunch of ice cream. And ice cream, you can do that too. Oh, I really want ice cream. Go and get that low calorie stuff. Halo Top ice cream. There's an amazing flavor. It's the gooey brownie, I think it's called. And the whole top is 357 calories. So even if you do smash that, if the rest of your diet is on point and you're only doing it here and there, obviously you can't do it every day because that's still going to add up. But if you are only doing it here and there, you can have ice cream. Now, you may not like the taste and you may decide it doesn't actually taste as good as ice cream. Okay, there's not much we can do about that. But I think it is really, really good. And if you ate a whole tub of, say, Ben & Jerry's, that is way over 1,000 calories, right? So you're literally going down to 357 calories as opposed to over 1,000 calories. And hopefully you've still put it in your brain, oh my gosh, we had some nice food, we had a nice treat, right? This is the kind of stuff that you have to do. Some people just have greater cravings than other ones. If you're some kind of robot, you can just ignore your cravings like the Ultimate Warrior used to do, a professional wrestler. Apparently he used to get slices of pizza, sniff them, and throw them in the bin. Now, if you want to do that, more power to you, but I think eventually you're going to go crazy and go and read about the real life Jim Hellwig. There's a very good chance he may have been crazy. Once again, just to caveat this, if you are training for something in particular, if you are an athlete, then yes, this is going to change. That's because you have a competition in mind, you have a focus, you have a goal. But if you are trying to find a sustainable way to have a healthy diet and not break it, you have to accept that you have to bring these foods in every now and then. One of the best ways I ever heard it put was Greg Doucette. And this wasn't even about trying to find, smart substitutes. He was like, if you are desperate for cereal and you get in the car and you drive to the grocery store and you buy the cereal and you buy the milk and you drive all the way home and you put that much effort into it, your brain and body probably just needed some cereal. But do not beat yourself up about this. Do not go crazy. Just correct it the next day. And I don't even like the term correct because I don't think you've done anything wrong if you've brought in smart substitutes. And I get it with diet drinks. People are like, I don't want to drink diet drinks because they're bad for you. Okay, well, go and get that. There's a juice you can get, like a squeezy juice. And every squeeze is like one calorie. So you can have a big glass of water. You could do 10 squeezes and that's only 10 calories. And trust me, it's probably going to take you 10 calories to drink the thing. So you are balancing out and you are still getting flavor into your diet. But it honestly is. It's the worst thing I see about all diets. It's the number one tip I really, really wish more people would put out there. It doesn't have to be a slog. And I think a lot of this comes from social media and Instagram going, oh, I'm suffering so much. But that's why I'm jacked. You don't have to suffer. You can make it something really fun. You can make it something really joyous. You can make it something you enjoy. And if you do make it sustainable, have a guess what's going to happen. 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 25 years down the line, you're still going to be doing it. So this will allow you to go out with your friends to restaurants and, make smart, healthy choices, but you can eat food off plan and it will be okay. And as soon as you understand that and as soon as you learn that, all of a sudden it's not a diet anymore. It's a way of life and it's something that's assisting you. It's something that's bettering you and it's allowing you to have these things that you want. Because you are going to want them. It's not you wake up one day and just decide, I don't want that stuff anymore. It's almost subconscious to begin with. Like, who knows why you want a Kit Kat at 7 o'clock in the morning, but sometimes you just do. Now, maybe at 7 o'clock in the morning, it's not the best idea. But that's a different video for a different day. But understand that there is no such thing as a perfect diet. There's an unhealthy way to live. And we all know what that is. If you wake up in the morning and you have a big fry up, and then you have a pizza, and then you have a burger, then you have an ice cream, and then you have a nachos, and you're not doing any kind of activity, and you're not burning any calories, that's eventually going to catch up to you. Now, the irony is, if you are being active, you could probably do that for a few days and get away with it. But I bet if that is you, say you did that on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, by Thursday, you're not going to want to do it anymore because you feel terrible. It's like the opposite of a Craig David song. Please keep that in mind, especially if you were just starting your own fitness journeys. It's not going to be easy, I'm not saying that, but you can be far more flexible with it than you think. This is about consistency. It's about what we do over weeks and about what we do over months and about what we do over years. And if you're intending to see any kind of change in a month, well, it's only going to be a slight transformation. Like in the minute, summer holidays are coming up and people are like, I want to lose this much weight for July because I'm going to Marbella and I want to dance around. And there are ways you can do that. But ultimately, it's not going to be a lifestyle. And when you get to summer 2023, you're probably going to have fluctuated a lot. What you should really do, get in as good shape as you can for summer 2022, of course, but also make sure you have the goal of being in better shape in 2023. Because believe you me, if you start now and you find the right kind of diet and you find the right kind of routine and you find the right kind of process, in 12 months' time, you're going to look like an absolute badass. And you won't even be happy then. Because unfortunately, that's also how it works. But it is the number one thing I want anybody watching these videos to take away. Be flexible with your diet, but be smart with it as well. And if you want a chocolate bar, I had to have a chocolate bar. There's Mars chocolate bars. There's Snickers chocolate bars. There's grenade protein bars, I should say. At least that way you're kind of straddling some halfway house. So that's what I would suggest. I just wanted to get out there because there's so many articles that say, well, a good diet is wake up and have some nuts and then have a salad. Then why don't you have a bed of salmon? Now, I actually like all of that. I think it's delicious. But once more, if you were going from the antithesis of that, you're just going to have a meltdown. You're going to cry. And that evening, you're probably going to be eating some beans. Now, please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the bell ding dings for other videos going live. There will be another video on the screen. Please do give it a click. Don't even have to watch it. Click it, leave the room. Also, leave a comment below and let me know about your diet and what helps you. Also, grillermind.com/Simon. Just go to Simon to get 10% off. These are supplements I use, and I do think they will help you. All the information is in the description. As it is with Greg Doucette's Power 13 cookbook, my recipes are in this. At Simon316 on Instagram and Twitter. Come follow me. It's good for my heart. Patreon.com/Simon316 if you would like some exclusive videos. SimonMiller.BigCartel.com for merch. I'm on Cameo if you'd like a shout out, or we can talk about whatever you want otherwise. Thank you for watching me. Remember, be smart with your diet. You're not Superman. You're not Superwoman. And no, you don't have to be. Enjoy all this craziness. See you soon.